Hello cruel world, you've probably heard about the tragic and horrific death of 10-year-old Sara Sharif. 3 people who the police want to speak to in connection with the death are actually flying back over to the UK from Pakistan. At the time of me recording this video, they're due to land very shortly. So why did they flee in the first place and why they're coming back? That's what this video is about. My name is Dr. Sohom. I'm a Consultant Forensic Psychiatrist. I assess mentally disordered offenders for a living so that you don't have to. Okay, so these 3 people are actually Sara's father, Irfan Sharif, his wife, Binash Batul, and his brother, Faisal Malik. And Surrey police are very interested in speaking to the trio who left immediately after Sara's death. They left the UK the day before her body was actually found. Post-mortem tests has shown that Sara sustained multiple and extensive injuries. So obviously, we don't know the full details, but come on, let's face it, this looks like abuse, possibly even murder, and the people tried to flee immediately afterwards. I can't think of any other logical kind of explanation for their behaviour. Sara had 5 siblings aged between 1 and 13, and they actually travelled with the adults to Pakistan, but now they remain in a government care facility in Pakistan. As you might know, Sara's body was found at her home in Woking on the 10th of August. She'd been living there in the property with those 3 adults, and they travelled to Pakistan on the 9th of August, the day before. An international search was launched via Interpol looking for those 3 people, with police in Pakistan trying to locate them and working with the detectives in Surrey. And the 3 of them claimed that they'd gone into hiding in Pakistan over fears that the police in that country would torture or kill them. And they also claimed that their own family members have been harassed, and now they're willing to cooperate with the UK authorities. Okay, so let me go back to that question. Why did they flee and why did they come back? I believe they fled in the first place because they were hoping that they would be able to fly under the radar. They were hoping that it wouldn't come to attention, or enough attention to the Pakistani authorities, that they would be able to kind of get away with it, just blend into society and go into hiding basically. But obviously that hasn't happened because the Pakistani authorities are involved. Now, why did they come back? Because child killers in Pakistan and in other sort of similar countries in that region like India are treated extremely harshly by the police. They're often subjected to physical abuse and torture. They're often refused to have any legal representation. And it's not that uncommon for police to extrajudicially execute those people. So extrajudicially, even though I can't say it, means against the law, not properly done legally or formally. So they don't go through any kind of trial, they don't collect evidence, they just get executed on the spot. And the Pakistani Penal Code, PPC, prescribes the death penalty for anybody who's convicted of a child killing under the age of 12. And I mean anybody, so it's not like the States where lots of factors are taken into consideration and they make appeals, etc., etc. That's your automatic sentence. So another way of kind of conceptualizing this is there's no possible life imprisonment for such cases. Execution is the only option. And the harsh treatment of child killers in Pakistan is also a reflection of the public's kind of attitude and outrage and anger at these kinds of cases. They're seen as particularly heinous crimes, and people in general want those perpetrators to be punished severely. However, the kind of fly in the ointment is, and the reason that it might be of concern for some people, is there have actually been numerous cases of innocent people being falsely accused of child murder and then subjected to torture and abuse. Some cases they've even been executed, and then it's come out later that they were false accusations or the wrong evidence. So what do you think, my Psych for Soul guys and girls? Nobody's going to sympathise with child killers, I get that, but do you think that the Pakistani attitude is the correct one? Do you think these people should be KOS, killed on sight, or do you think there needs to be like a judicial system, or are you against the death penalty? Let me know in the Shwomit Shmection.